Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Everyday Life with Tori Munson podcast show. I'm your girl, I'm your preacher, I'm your teacher, I'm your motivational speaker. We have an amazing crew tonight. I'll call them the crew, I'll call them the ladies because they are the trendsetters. They are the top 15 trendsetters of KISH magazine. Yes, they grace the cover, which is a global magazine, which means they are shown all over the world. These are the top 15 trendsetters, and I have some with me tonight. I cannot wait to dig in to see what they're talking about. what they got to say about trending. Y'all stay with me tonight because it is going down tonight. So thank you all for joining. Please tag and share. Tag your mama, your sister, your brother, your cousins, your best friends. Tag and share this podcast, this show on tonight. All right, we ready for the ladies to go ahead and grace this platform. Let's go. Let's bring them on. Come on, they're coming. Look at the ladies coming. Oh, they look so good coming up on this platform tonight. Yes. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we have the ladies here tonight looking beautiful. They all look gorgeous. They look beautiful. As I said, these are the top 15. I have some of the top 15 trendsetters as Grace KISH magazine, which is a global magazine that's shown all over the world. So go ahead and tag some of your favorite people and tag some of your non-favorite people tonight and let them know what the ladies, let them see the ladies have something that they have to say tonight. Come on, let's dig in. It's 7:02, and we're going to dig in. We're going to let the ladies introduce themselves one by one. They're going to tell you who they are, what they got going on. All right, let's get it rolling. Come on, Overseer Sharon Davis. Let's go.
Happy Thursday, everyone. I am Overseer Sharon Davis. I bring you greetings from Tampa, Florida, where I am the CEO and founder of Emerging Ministries. I've been in leadership ministry for right at 21 years. CEO and founder of the nonprofit, The Connector, where we bring people and businesses together. We make introductions and we exchange our own knowledge and resources to empower each other. I am a certified master life coach. I am the CEO and founder of the Connecting Vision Coaching Services. I am also the CEO and founder of the Connecting Staffing Agency, Florida licensed realtor and Florida licensed real estate instructor, over 15 years in the game, corporate exec and human resources management. Indeed, it is an honor and a privilege to be right here on this platform with the other trendsetters. Thank you, Dr. Torrey.
Stop the party. Y'all see how she trending? This is why the woman of God is a trendsetter because she is trending. Trending. Come on, Keisha.
Hello. Good evening. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Prophetess Tori. I am so honored and I am so grateful to be here to empower your people on your platform tonight. My name is Keisha Latoya Glass. You can call me Keisha Latoya. I am an author, international speaker, and I'm an entrepreneur. I am the CEO of Keisha Latoya Collection. I am also CEO of Keisha Latoya Publishing. I have my own publishing line. I have my own clothing line. I've written several books and compilation books. I am just grateful to be in the place where I can empower singles. I do have created a singles page, Single Lane, and I'm so honored to empower the single women. Because listen, I have been single for over 20 years, and I am grateful to share my story to empower singles on tonight that you too can go for. If you desire to be married, it doesn't matter how long it is, or if you're in a waiting season, it doesn't matter because the wait is worth it. Hey, listen, over 20 years, I did not believe that I would be married, but God has blessed me. This day will be 2 years in November. So, hey, I'm here to empower you on tonight, and thank you again for having me. I'm honored.
Woo, woo, woo. See, she trending. And y'all know that singles have my heart. I have a singles ministry, so I'm all about the singles. Keisha is trending heavy. Listen, she waited. She got her soulmate. She waited, singles. Come on now. It's something in the way. She's trending. Let's go, Coach Des.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Coach Elsa Frankston. I'm a minister, life coach, mental health coach. I work full-time as a behavior and mental health instructional specialist for a large urban school district. I'm an Italian fashion designer. I design Italian shoes. I'm also an inspirational artist, an author, two-time Amazon best-selling author, and I just love helping the people of God and helping individuals to find their purpose and tap into their spiritual gifts on their journey. I'm the CEO and owner of Del Sue Frankston Consulting Services and Perseverance University, which is my life coaching.
Woo, coach, listen, she's definitely trending. These women are powerful. We haven't even got to the fourth lady, and they are, listen, breaking barriers and telling you what they're doing. This is why they were one of the top 15 women trending KISH magazine, global magazine all over the world. Come on, Lanita.
I am Lanita Wilson Ackles. I am an Alabama resident, but I am soon to be a Georgia resident. I am a registered nurse. I have been a registered nurse for over 40 plus years. Right now, I'm not working at that. I am a life insurance producer because I believe in helping people get their wealth, getting to their wealthy place. I am an author. I wrote a book, and I've also did a collaboration, and the collaboration book was a #1 best-selling book. And so also I am an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for probably about 25 years. Currently, I have a business, Lanita Wilson Ackles Enterprises. And in that enterprise, I do speak, as well as part of the authorship that I have. Also, I am divorced. I have been divorced 3 times, and I have survived that. And so I am a trendsetter because most people would not say boldly that they have been divorced. But God don't like divorce, but he certainly loves us, even if we have been divorced. And so I just thank Prophetess Tori for this opportunity, as well as Dr. Kish for just giving us this platform. And God bless you all.
All right, well, Anita, I definitely can relate to divorce. I've been divorced twice, and I am married the third time to my soulmate, my husband, the love of my life. So I definitely was not the person that wanted to say I was divorced twice. It was kind of embarrassing, but now, honey, I speak it loud and boldly where God has brought me from. So listen, you are trending, Lanita. Listen, trending. People can't say it boldly and proudly, and you don't say it proudly, but that's a testimony of where God has brought you from. This is why we got these trendsetters here on tonight. Come on, Dr. Sharon O.
Hello, good evening. Tori, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity for being on this platform. And I also have to say thank you to Dr. Kishma George and KISH Magazine. That's if she's on here right now. My name is Sharon O. Simon, and I am the Kingdom Servant Specialist and author, CEO, and owner of Administrative Services by Sharon O. Simon and Your Total Covering. As a Kingdom Servant Specialist, I'm here to assist like servant leaders to maintain a balanced spiritual work life and yet still serve in excellence. We have to serve and we have to maintain that balanced life. So we have to, I'm here to assist you with my spiritual gifts, either in administration or in leadership. I'm going to use my gifts that I have to cultivate that environment to eliminate any like pressure points, as you evolve or as any ministry evolve, and we serve in excellence.
Amen. See, Dr. Sharon is trending. How many people can say that they can move in the administration and leadership in a church that is heavy? And that is what is needed, because we have a lot of things that go on in the church. Amen. And sometimes we need direction. She is definitely trending on tonight. Thank you, Dr. Sharon. Come on, Karen, a God thing. Let's go.
Hey, I'm Karen, a God thing. Come be. Let me just tell you, I pray that you stay rested and that you remain in the mission fields, which is right outside of your homes. Always remember, the man that's hungry does not need prayer alone. He needs something to eat. I am just in the earth doing the work that God created me to do. I won't do anything less. I don't care who don't like it. God has called me to this day, to this earth, to move. And I am a mover, a shaker, and a trendsetter for many reasons. One, because I lived through sickness and I lived through pain. I lived lived through things that you go through as a young girl that you think you can't get over. But God has called me to such a time as this to be right here with you. I am a singer songwriter. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and I have several grandpets. We live in the Cedar Hill, Texas area, and I am enjoying Jesus every single day of my life. I am excited to be here with each one of you. I'm looking at your beautiful faces just thinking, how can so much power be in one place? This is nothing but God. I am so grateful to be here. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Dr. Kish. I am excited about this moment. I'm excited about Jesus, and I'm excited about you.
Woo! Come on, fire star. Call you fire star, Karen. All right, all right. We already went to Coach. All right, so we have introduced all the ladies. We didn't introduce Taronda. See, my admin, she's moving stuff around. It's all right. Come on, Taronda. Tell us who you are, woman of God.
That's all right. That's all right. I don't mind being last. I can bring it on in. Again, my name is Taronda Jackson, and I bring you greetings from Columbia, South Carolina. But I am a Delaware native, a proud one at that. I am a speaker, a teacher, an author, a kingdom servant. I'm also a licensed professional counselor. I'm the owner and founder of True Light Counseling and Consulting Services here in Columbia in the Blythewood area. I work with a lot of women, helping them to discover purpose through pain, purpose through darkness, purpose through trauma and abuse and abandonment. That's what I work. That's my specialty. But I also work very heavily alongside my husband in the premarital coaching and counseling arena. We also have a platform called Winning with the Jacksons that we do on Facebook and Instagram. I'm a wife of almost 26 years. Thank God. Praise your name, Jesus. I'm a grandmother, actually, and I'm excited that I have another one on the way. So I'm 3 grandboys. I'm way excited. This is just too much for me, overjoyed. But I also speak and conduct workshops for conferences. I'm very active in my local church, and I am so excited about being here. And I'm a trendsetter. I'm a trailblazer, and I intend to continue shaking this globe until I shut my eyes.
Yes, come on. This is why we have the ladies here. We have trendsetters. These are the top 15. They're not all here, but trendsetters that grace the cover of KISH magazine, a global magazine, which means it is seen all over the world. So tonight they have introduced themselves, and we are going to dig into some questions that I have on tonight. I'm going to ask that each of you go ahead that is viewing now, go tag some people and share this live. Go ahead and share this live. Let's get our numbers up tonight. I know people are probably out doing all kinds of things, but listen, go ahead and tag and share this live. Tag a bunch of people and share this live. If you can, share. If you can, tag and share. All right, so we're going to start with the first question we have tonight, which is, what is your meaning of trend setting? Overseer Sharon, I want you to tell me, what is your meaning of trend setting?
I believe that the meaning of trend setting is a trendsetter is one who starts a movement, not afraid to start a movement that not only impacts their family, but impacts their community. Not only impacts their community, but impacts their state. Not only impacts their state, but they're not afraid to impact their nation. Trend setting, you are setting a tone. You are becoming the resource, not just to a region, but you're becoming a resource to a nation.
Ooh, yes, a resource to a nation. Come on here. You definitely treading heavy on tonight. Come on, Keisha. Tell me your meaning of trend setting. Let the world know what you all do tonight. Come on, Keisha.
My meaning of trendsetter is a leader who is confident, who leads the community, who also leaves a legacy for their family. I believe someone that will not only just lead their community, but also be confident and don't allow negativity to stop them from pursuing their dreams and to stop them from even stopping them from impacting the world. So I believe that's what a trendsetter is.
Yes, I believe that too, because you got to be confident. You got to be able to lead and not allow negativity to come in and stop you and block you to be a trendsetter, which means you are pushing past all of that stuff. Come on, Taronda, tell us what your meaning of trend setting is.
Amen. My meaning of trend setting is it's a process that we're not afraid of, first of all. And it's a process by which we are learning to harness and to possess the innate ability to forge new paths, enter new dimensions, new realms of influence, new realms of money, new realms of business, new realms of ministry. We are not afraid, and we push past what our natural mind can even fathom, because it's not about us. That's what a trendsetter is.
Oh, I love that. We are going into new dimensions and new levels of influence. Come on, when you're trending, you are breaking barriers. You are tearing down some stuff. Come on here. You are pushing past all obstacles because you are trending. Oh, I just see. Go ahead. Come on, Lanita. Tell me what, let me let y'all get y'all stuff out. Lanita, come on. Tell me what your meaning of trend setting is.
Well, I came with, first of all, spelling out the trend. Okay. The T, you're always on top of your game. You're on top of your life. You're on top of your business. You're on top of your ministry. And we know how to move and handle turbulence. In fact, today I was on a plane and it started with turbulence, was just going on. And so they told everybody, buckle up your seatbelt. But then they allowed the attendants to stay up because they were used to that. So as trendsetters, we have to be used to turbulence and not dummy down. Also, with the aura, is whenever you come as a trendsetter, you bring refreshing. And then also, like with E, you have a spirit of excellence in every endeavor that you do. And N, you never give up. D, you're all about destiny. And then the setter, you set up strategies, blueprints. You plow to make it easier for those who follow you. You're not a copycat. You set the trend. Hallelujah. Glory be to God. You dig up information, and it's valuable information, so we can execute as trendsetters.
Ooh, listen, I love that. That handle turbulence. I love that. You gotta be able to handle the turbulence. You can't get scared. You gotta be able to hold on and brace yourself to the turbulence that's coming because you're a trendsetter. You are paving the way. Oh my God, so much good information. Come on, Dr. Sharon, tell me what your meaning of trendsetting is. Wait a minute. I need y'all to tag and share the video. Come on, tag and share, ladies. Everybody that's on here now viewing us, the 11 people that's watching, we want the numbers to go up. Come on and tag and share. Let's tag and share. Come on, Dr. Sharon.
My meaning of trend setting is to impact and to empower a life to last a generation. Just like one of the trendsetters said, that's like creating a family legacy. That is my meaning of trend setting.
Oh my God, creating a family legacy. You know how many people don't do that? You know how many people has left the earth and entered into the grave and have not left a legacy? Come on, that is trend setting, leaving a legacy. And leaving a legacy takes preparation. Come on. When you're trend setting, you put all those things and all those things into position. Come on, Karen, oh God thing. Tell me what trend setting is to you, woman of God.
I'm sitting over here looking for an offering pan because they just done put this thing together so well. I know somebody wanting to give right now. I don't want you to short your blessing. You know, I'm just looking out for you. But when I look at trendsetter, this is how I feel. I feel like it's two words. So you have trend and you have setter, and then you have a collision. Okay. And when we collide with the Spirit of God and He brings everything out of us, see, we're not that fad that they said it was with the trend, because that thing gonna come and that thing gonna go. Well, no. I'm here by the power and the strength of God. So I'm here to stay, because He put me not only with the trend, but He gave me a setting. The setting has changed my mind. The setting has, oh my God, the setting has orchestrated the way I walk. The setting has changed the way I speak. The setting has changed the way I walk in a room. So when I think about me going on movie sets when I'm acting and everything, and I see people looking at what I'm doing on the set, or when I go internationally and I'm singing because I'm an international pharmacist, and I walk into a room and they say, but who is she? It was 1,000 people there before I got there, but I'm a trendsetter. Did you know? Oh, if you didn't, now you do.
Talk about the offering plate. What is the offering plate? Because you ladies are laying it thick. If people are not, the people that is not listening, I hope they catch the replay, because these trendsetters, Dr. Kishma, you know you picked some trendsetters. These ladies are blazing a trail. What is coming up out of them is all I can tell is their power, everything that God is putting them to trend. Coach, do we call on you? Let's go. What is your trend setting? What does it mean to you?
Listen, I'm just so excited to be here. Thank you so much, Prophetess Tori. Everything the lady said, all the ladies said ahead of me. But let me tell you, one of the most important things is that I'm a child of the Most High God, right? So my father, guess what? He gave me access to kingdom privileges. So as a trendsetter, I have access to the mind of and heart of God. So the blueprint that I get, that individuals say to me, how did you know to do that? You're so smart. No, the divine connection that I have, a trendsetter who's a true child of God, know how to tap into the divine. And the divine gives you that download for that new innovative, whatever it is. And that's what helps me to trend. I tap into my divine gifts. Everything that I do is from the natural gifts that the divine gave me, divine inspirations. And so a trendsetter to me, with everything the ladies ahead of me said before, paved the way for others and showed them how to learn how to tap into the divine, to tap into their personalized gifts, because each of us came here with something to give to the world that nobody else can. And when a true trendsetter knows how to tap into the divine to give that gift to the world.
Yes, yes. I love the download. I love the download, because in order for us to stay on top of trending and setting the trend, we got to get the download from our Father. We got, in order for us to stay lined up with His will and His purpose for our life, we got to get the download. If we're not getting the download, then we are not staying connected. We got to stay connected so we can move how He wants us to move. Amen. Amen. All right, all right, all right. Y'all ladies are ripping it apart. I want to ask you all to go ahead and tag and share I'm looking at her. God is amazing. Yes, He is amazing. Go ahead and tag and share. Tag and share. We're going to go to number two. Number two is, so now these ladies are trending, and they're telling you what trend setting means to them, which was so powerful. It was so meaty. Each and every one of them had something that was meaty and that was weighty, that they had to give you and tell you what that trend setting means to them. Now we're going to find out what are they trending and how they're doing it. So now we're going to dive deep into what they're doing and how they're moving in their trending, how they're making it happen. So let's go on, Overseer Sharon. How are you? What are you trending and how are you doing it? Explain to us.
So for me, the number one thing that I am trending currently is execution. So execution and whatever area, whether it's for me, whether it is in marketplace or whether it is in business, I am trending execution. You may ask why. Here's what I found out with my coaching business. Here's what I found out in the HR world. Here's what I found out in ministry preaching. It's not so much that people don't have the vision. The word tells us to write the vision, make it plain. Though it tarries, to wait on it, right? And so we've got this beautiful vision written out, and we're at the table. And what I'm finding out is that we're at the table too long. And so we've got to be in the right timing to where we get up from the table and we begin to execute. The idea is great. The vision is great. But if you never get up and start to walk in it, it does not come to life. And so I am trending big on execution. That is where a lot of the issue I'm finding, the challenges is when I'm talking to entrepreneurs, when I'm talking to those that desire to own their own business, that desire to do something in their community. They're stuck after they've written the vision. What do I do now? Because a lot of times you're given A, B, and C, but you're not going to get D until you actually get up. And so oftentimes the fear that we have to get rid of and dismiss if you're ever going to become a trendsetter. Fear has to leave your vocabulary, right? Because that will always be the halt upon you executing. So execute.
Execution is major. It is major. I can say that I have procrastinated sometimes. So execution, when I tell you execution means everything, you can have all the vision, you can have all the dreams, but if you don't execute, then it will not come to pass. Come on, that's good, Overseer Sharon. Come on, Keisha, tell me, what are you trending and how? What are you doing? Let us know.
I believe what I'm doing now, it's for us, impacting, lives with sharing how to heal first, because a lot of times we tend to want to move forward and we want to move to the next level, but we have our past that's holding us back because we allow it to hinder us from going forward, because we're worried about people, we're worried about what happened to us, what we did, and how and why it happened. So I feel as though healing first will help you to moving forward to your next level and getting in line to what your purpose is and pursuing your dreams, because if you can't heal from what you went through in the past that's holding you back, you can't move forward. So I believe healing first is very important.
Healing is definitely important. If you're not healed, then I tend to say that you bleed on people when you're trying to move, especially what God has called you to do. You can't, we serve sometimes we shouldn't serve out of depletion. Come on, we should not do that. And I think that sometimes when we move, and we're moving and we're hurt and we don't look at our own self to get healed first, then we cannot really move fluently or fulfilling the purpose and promises that God has given us. So that is great. Come on, Taronda, tell us what is trending. What are you trending and how? And listen, y'all, come on and tag and share the video.
I am trending. My big word this year has been alignment. And alignment has been the word for myself. It's been the word over my private practice. It's been the word over my family. It's been the word over my clients. It just kept coming up, and I'm like, okay, God, what does this mean? And what the Lord revealed to me is that if we're not in alignment with what his plan says, the word says that many are the plans of man, but what does his plan say? And so we have to seek to be in alignment with what he has called us to do. And that's why it's so important, working with these young girls, that we help them find out and figure out what their purpose is, and to learn to trust in themselves, to believe in themselves, and to bring out those leadership qualities. If we are aligned with God and we are aligned with where our life is supposed to do, our life will exude the characteristics of confidence and encouragement, and we'll be genuine and we'll be consistent in our walk. We'll be consistent in what we have to offer those who are attached to us, because whether we know it or not, we have to be aligned to meet the people who are attached to us, or we do a grave injustice to ourselves and to them. So alignment is what I'm trending in this season.
Yes, alignment is very important, because what you said, if you're not in alignment, then you will not impact or touch those that you need to touch. And an alignment is being where God wants you to be, not where we want to be. And then sometimes in some situations we want to do what we want to do, but we're not in alignment, which means that we would not be most impactful in that area, because that's what we want. And sometimes we operate out of our own metron. We operate in something that we think that we want to do, but that's not what God has chosen us and gifted us to do. So we have to be in alignment. So that's so good, Taronda. We have to be in alignment. You trending. Y'all trending heavy tonight, though. Ladies, y'all is overwhelming me tonight, though, with all this information. Come on, Lanita. What are you trending and how?
Well, what I'm trending now is trying to walk in vision, because the word says, without a vision, the people perish. Habakkuk says, write the vision down, though it tarry, it will eventually speak. So you have to have vision. Along with that vision, there is a process to getting to that vision. There's also, you have to be patient. in order to get to it. You cannot walk in pride. And there are times when you need a coach. You don't need to accept a lot of advice for somebody that's on your own level. You have to have a coach. I have a coach. My coach, her metron is ministry, social media, Sophia Ruffin. And, with her, when she get on a live, I mean, there might be 1,000 people on there. Even with her, she has a coach, Apostle John Eckhart. So, I am getting, the trend through being submissive and hearing what they're saying and not thinking, okay, well, I know this, I know that. Not only do I have her as a coach, I have another coach that they are a business and a wealth coach. I'm missing that tonight. And so, because I believe that God has called me to the metron also of entrepreneurship as well as wealth and business. And so I'm getting the coaching from that. Yes, I listen through being on the telephone, but also that person give me one-on-one coaching. And, I thank God, for that. Because I believe there's a legacy that I need to leave for my children, for my grandchildren. Insurance will help me to do that. I'm getting an understanding about annuities because a lot of people, they don't know anything about that. They don't know anything about IULs and how you can be creative with getting those. So as I am learning more about wealth and business, I can share that with others and be that trendsetter.
Oh, yes, good. I love something that you said, vision. We have to have vision, and in having vision, we have to be patient. We have to be patient so that it comes in God's timing and not ours. Sometimes we can push the pedal to the metal too soon, and we are moving, trying to push the baby out before it is time. So that it's so important that we remain patient, and it's so important that we have a coach, someone, because we don't know everything. We know we need someone to help push us to our destiny, to show us how to get there. So that is so awesome, Lanita, and what you said about vision and being patient and having a coach. Dr. Sharon O, come on and tell us what you are trending and how, woman of God.
Okay, what am I trending and how? I am setting a trend in education for the underprivileged. That is to empower children through expanding literacy support, establishing that they really be able to feel that liberty and education being free. After the pandemic, I've noticed that there is a need, especially in deprived children, that is in South America. That's the country, that's where I'm from, the continent where I am from. So they were not able to have an education or to continue their education, and that is because of a lack of technology access. So what I'm doing, I've decided to do something to impact a life by providing a tablet to a child so that they'll be able to have access to technology and to continue their education. As an author, I have decided I will be allocating a percentage of my sales from my book so that I will be able to purchase a device that is to impact a child's life.
Oh, awesome. I love something that you said, technology. We are moving. That's the way the world is moving now in technology. So if we don't have no technology knowledge under our belt, we will be lost, right? Because even now, what we're doing, years ago, we weren't doing this, but we are streaming live, and this live will go everywhere because people will log on to technology. So you are helping the children with education, with tablets and with technology, and that is huge. You are definitely setting a trend that so many people are not doing, and that's great. Come on, caring a God thing. What are you trending, and how are you doing it?
I am trending life recovery through coaching sessions. My goal, one, is to bring awareness about hunger. I deal with hunger a lot in everything that I do, everything, because I know the hunger and I know pains of hunger. So there's hunger and then there's pains of hunger. And that's spiritual all in itself too. But I deal with that to let people know that no matter where you work, go to church, go to school, there's someone around you that's hungry. And it's up to you to notice that this is going on. And you can't be so caught up with yourself that you can't see what's going on around you. And for that reason, I ask everyone that I meet, pack a few dollars, a few extra, snacks, some waters or anything like that, that you have on you, because if you prepare to meet the need, you'll actually meet the need and meet the need. So that's the thing that I look for, is making sure that everyone knows that hunger is something we can all do something about. Maybe we can't do something big, but we can all do a little. And no matter how little you have enough to share with someone who has nothing. And it makes me think back to John 6:10, when they were in Bethesda and he was getting ready to feed the 5,000. He told them to sit down on the grass. Well, we know that Bethesda over there is a rocky place. It's a real, real rocky place. So what it does is it makes me to see that even when we're in a rocky place, God will give us a soft place to land so that we can be that place for someone else.
Come on, that is good. That's huge. Listen, I used to live in New York over 6 years ago. I just moved here 6 years ago. Come on, somebody, tag the video, tag and share the video, tag and share this live. I used to live in New York City, and this was the first time I had ever seen this, where there were people. I was there over 20 years, so the majority of my life, I would say. They were people that would come on with backpacks on the train, and they was ready to meet the need of the people, the homeless people that would ride the train, the homeless people that was there. They didn't have any food, but they always had a backpack. People would have the backpack, and they would have sandwiches and chips and water and stuff to meet the need of the people. And that is so powerful, where you said life recovery. If you pack a little extra something, you'll be ready to meet the need. You are definitely trending, because not many people think like that. Come on, Coach. What are you trending and how?
So what I'm trending in is teaching people how to have faith in God and how to take him at his word. One of my favorite scriptures, delight thyself in the Lord and he will give the desires of your heart. And just teaching individuals how you can utilize the gifts that God gave you. I'm trending in using every single gift that God gave me to help the world. I'm an artist. I was blessed to be a musician. I did a music therapy project for children during the pandemic. I was able to release that in 2020. I'm also a fashion designer, and my shoe brand is called Grit. And my company, Delta Francis Consulting Services, Perseverance University. I teach others how to persevere through hard times unto success. Just be able to, my life just being a testimony and being an example of when you have faith in God and you take him at his word. And, just teaching them how to develop that relationship with God and what happened as a result of having a relationship with God. You're able to hear his voice. You're able to follow directions. You're able to make connections with those divine connections that he sent for you on the way. A lot of times we try to depend on those in our circle or in our clique that we know to help us get to the next level, but God has divine connections that's waiting on us. But we don't know how to connect if we're not aligned, like one of my sisters said spiritually earlier. And so I'm trending in, teach them how to have faith in God, taking him at his word, have that relationship where you can actually hear his voice and follow his lead, and also how to connect with others in the spiritual realm. Like I remember the Lord had told me before, I'm sending you spiritual midwives. And one day Dr. KISH reached out to me, and I could have easily said, who's that? But I was able to bear witness with her spirit. So that alignment and that relationship allows you to bear witness with strangers who you think would be strangers, from, just like by visualizing them or meeting them, but in the spirit, you are one and you are on the same path. So
yes.
In.
Yes, faith is huge, because without faith, it's impossible to please God. So we must have faith in trending. We must have faith in trend setting, because there, like you said, there's going to be some times where we have to make a global impact. And to do that, we got to have faith that God is going to move in the way that we need him to move to make that impact. Everything is not going to be shown to us in the natural of what we're going to do. Sometimes we definitely got to go in our spirit, man, and believe and trust God that he's going to do it no matter what it looks like. In trending, that's what you have to do. All right, you ladies is like laying it on thick. We got 20 minutes left. We're going to narrow down the talk time a little bit because we want to go into this third question. And then I want to talk about these 7 mountains of influence. What are some obstacles you dealt with trend setting? So I know sometimes it got a little sticky. I know some things got a little sticky, may broke some hearts, may hurt somebody, may got stabbed in the back end. Come on, let's keep it a 100 tonight. And what are some obstacles you dealt with when trend setting? Let the world know that in trend setting, it's not easy. In trend setting, you're going to come against some brick walls, and you're going to come against some people that's trying to come up against you or try to stop you or try to block you. Let's lay it on thick. Let the people know what are some obstacles you dealt with in trend setting. Overseer Sharon, let me hear it. Come on tonight.
Oh, we definitely have them, especially let's just talk about really quickly on the ministry side, right? Formerly pastoring for 13 years, to the bishop, married to the bishop in the church, divorced for 4.5. What do you do when the world sees everybody together and you are the co-pastor of the church, and then you also serving in big spaces in the marketplace? Do you stop just because you're going through a divorce? Do you stop showing up to minister to others, right? You got to know how to put even the things that you are going through on your worst days aside to be the help to someone else. That's what a trendsetter does. And all the while that you are serving that, then you've also got to be able to make sure you are setting a precedent and you're opening up an airway to make sure that you are still bringing somebody else through. Remember, a trendsetter never works on their own accord, but there is a nation that's in them that they're carrying, right? And so that's one of the big issues going through a divorce. And then I am a person that I am a leader for the underdog. So oftentimes when you are at the forefront, popularity and all of that is great. Many that are already at a certain height, they tend to go after those that are popular. That's not who God has called me to. Nothing wrong with it, but he's called me to the underdogs. Show me the person that you say won't make it, and I'll show you that same person that has the tenacity, has somebody to come along and show them what to do, and they will make it. So definitely that's not something that goes over popular, but I am a rooter for the underdog. That is what I am called to do. In the real estate world, going through some issues there. I am a Florida real estate instructor. That's not very common for those of us in our age range. Number one. Number two, in my area, even our color. I hate to have to say it that way, but it's a very big thing. And so I defeated the odds. Most people don't go into that arena until they've always been a broker. They've always been a brokerage and those kind of things. And for years, state of Florida lifted that because we had so many people going into real estate field, right? Many years ago. And they said, if you can become skilled as a broker and a realtor and teach yourself that, we'll give you a 100-question test. If you pass it, we will certify you. And so that was a big step because we're talking about 70, 80 years old when they're saying, I'm retired now. All I want to do is just teach and make my money. And you're talking about somebody in their 40s saying, all right, I'm here. I'm showing up to the table. And not only am I showing up to the table, I'm a game changer. So those are just some of the areas that I've had to, deal with not so well as a trendsetter.
All right. Well, come on now, Keisha, tell me what some obstacles you dealt with trend setting. Give it to me in like 2 minutes. Come on.
Well, I've had many obstacles, but I could tell you one of the ones that I've had to overcome was procrastination. Procrastination was a major. Procrastinating was it was in my life to where I got comfortable procrastinating because then I didn't have to deal with, we've been talking about people and how people has hurt us, but you know what? I had to overcome myself. Procrastinating was a safe place for me because I was comfortable. I didn't have to deal with the naysayers. I didn't have to deal with me, because a lot of times when I procrastinate, I'm like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it next week, or I'll do it next month. And then, the Lord had to deal with me. Listen, I got you in a place where I want you to empower singles, but then you're procrastinating. And you're disobeying me. So I had to really overcome that because I had to let God know, listen, I'm done disobeying you. I had to, put it down to where okay, this is it. And how I overcame it was by writing a book. I murdered procrastination. And when I murdered procrastination, I had to put it in that book to how I can, show other people to how to overcome procrastination, because it can it can be a major impact in your life to where you don't want to do anything. You just want to just whatever, because you're actually yourself. You're scared of yourself. You're afraid of yourself. You're mad at yourself. You're bitter. All of those things that I was dealing with, I allowed procrastination to just, take a big part of my life into where I was safe. But I had to get out of that comfort zone and said, listen, I'm done procrastinating. I got to be about my God's business, and I have to do what he takes. So yes, that was one of the obstacles.
All right, the obstacle of procrastination. I dealt with that too. Procrastinating. We got to come from that procrastination stage and phase of our life. Come on, Taronda, tell me some obstacles you dealt with.
I think the biggest obstacle that I had to deal with was unbelief. First of all, unbelief in myself, because when God gives you this great big thing that you're supposed to do, it's like, but God, I can't do that. And I just didn't believe it. I didn't have the faith to. And so I just began to pray, okay, God, if this is for me to do, if this is who you've called me to be, then you're going to have to show me, and you're going to have to remove this fear, remove this unbelief. And the unbelief came from a place of, I'm from Delaware. It's very small, it's very rural, and I had never seen it before. I didn't have an example of a Black woman therapist who owned her own private practice. And so for me to take this leap of faith, and being the trendsetter that I started my private practice online. It was virtual. In 2018 is when I went full-time private practice. Before coronavirus, my whole practice was online, on the screen. So I thank God that he allowed me to step out as a trendsetter. So when coronavirus came, everybody was like, oh, we're doing it. I was like, oh, I've been doing that since 2018. Thank you. It wasn't new to me because I've done that. I've been doing it for 2 years now. This isn't new for me, and then the second part of that I just want to quickly mention is that when trendsetters step out and do things, we do things differently. We do things in a big way. And so when other people see it, you get that ridicule, who she thinks she is. She can't do that. She doesn't have a title. She's not licensed, or she's not this. But I'm here to tell you that the gifts that God has put on the inside of every trendsetter is ignited. I'm on fire tonight. I'm trying to tell y'all. I believe that this is the season that every gift on the inside of a trendsetter we are on fire. It's ignited tonight moving forward. You have to move. It's going to be so powerful that you can't sit still. You can't procrastinate. You can't hide it under a bucket. Come on now. We are lit. Trendsetters are lit. We have to be seen. We have to move in the glory. We have to move in his will. We have to. It's a mandate. We have to be aligned, because what's on the inside of us has to come out. The world, the kingdom is calling for what's on the inside of the trendsetters. It is coming out because there is new precedence that has to be established in this season. Oh, my God.
Every bit of it, I love it, because we have to. We will not be bowed down. We will not be kept captive. Our mouth will not be shut. You will not pin us against the wall. You will not close us in a room. We are setting trends. We are doing things out of the box. God did not call us to move and operate the same way. It is a new season. He is speaking a new language. Hallelujah. It is, I'm telling you, I'm like, come on, Lanita. Come on, Lanita. What's the obstacle? We got 1 minute. Lanita, 1 minute. Dr. Sharon, 1 minute. Coach, 1 minute. Karen, 1 minute. Because we got to get to these 7 mountains. They are fire, y'all. Listen, we really need 2 hours, but we only got 1. Let's go, Lanita.
Okay, so I have dealt with some obstacles of being misunderstood. And the thing about trendsetters, they're also pioneers. You're a lot of times the first to do something, and people don't understand what you're doing, but then you got to do it by faith. And as you do it by faith, hallelujah, glory be to God, you will get that momentum to be able to burst through those walls that's trying to hold you back. And so it can be your family members, it can be your friends, it can be your church folks, work folks, But with God, you can break through those barriers and do what God has called you to do, the vision that he has given you. I know I did a online ministry, and as I was inviting people did not understand, but I kept right on and I did it.
Yes, 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 yes. Come on, Sharon. Let's go, Dr. Sharon.
But the obstacle that I've encountered while setting my trend, it's trust. The program that I've started, the legal aspect about it, and getting people to trust me to donate those tablets to me. And that was I had to work on that, just having individuals just to trust me. It's trust is what I have. Because maybe there are a lot of programs out there that people probably donate or contribute things to, and it did not go anywhere. So here I am coming up now. Oh, I have this program. There's something that I see that I would like to do, and I would like to have a tablet. Everyone is like, oh, but I was able to get those tablets. And when I went down there, the obstacle is that there were 100 children. I was only able to select 10 of them. But regardless of it, I was still able to overcome and push through to do what I had to do to impact those 10 lives.
Yes, very good impact. She's impacting what she needs to impact, even though she had them hard issues. Come on, woman of God, let's go.
Yes, so something I had to overcome was believing that I had to have all resources in place to begin. I was a full-time educator and a full-time doctoral student, so I'm thinking, okay, once I finish grad school, I'll start. But then when I trust God and I step out in faith, He started sending divine provision, and that's one thing I encourage everybody with: step out in faith, and God will send the provision. He'll send the resources, and whoever God calls, He makes provision for. And so that's something I was able to understand because I stepped out in faith in 2018 and launched my company. The provisions started coming, the divine connections started happening while I'm still working full time as educator and while I'm working towards my doctoral degree. So, God is amazing.
Wow. Amen. Stepping out on faith. Come on, Karen. Let's go.
Okay, so we know in season and out of season, and in sickness and in health. My struggle and obstacle was very, very personal. I dealt with sickness, and see, in 2009, I had a stroke. I had to learn how to walk, talk all over again. They told my family to come and say goodbye. They found a tumor on my throat by accident. There are no accidents in God. He had it planned for the reasons that they said. We usually find this particular tumor when they're in the morgue. 2 years later, I had surgery. They told me it was thyroid cancer. The Lord said, don't touch the chemo, don't touch the radiation, stand on my word. And then 2 years after that, they found a brain tumor, and I had to go through that. And that doctor said, we're going to surgery, and there is a chance that you may have to learn to talk and walk all over again. And I told him, I said, no, because Nahum told me I don't have to revisit that thing. So what I walk in right now, the obstacles have given me the reassurance to help someone else walk into the reality. Because the reality is, I don't feel good enough for the anointing that God has placed on my life. I don't feel worthy enough to be used the way I'm used of God. I don't feel good enough to even be able to lift the Lord's name the way I know it needs to be lifted. And I don't think that I bring it up to the level that it should, because I still owe God some stuff. And people wonder, how are you a trendsetter? How are you making moves and shaking the earth? Because I have been left here. He won't be left without a witness. So I have been left here because of the witness protection plan. My mouth will never be closed.
Come on, these ladies are trending tonight. They are trending. These are the top 15 trendsetters that grace the cover of KISH magazine that is global. We have a couple of them on tonight, and they are definitely trending on Everyday Life with Tori Munson podcast. Now we are going to touch the 7 influences, the 7 mountains of influence. I'm talking so fast because we only got a couple of minutes. I want each one of you ladies just to tell us what mountains you are influenced, and then we will have the next so we can wind this on up. Let's go. And listen, while you're doing that, go ahead and leave your information of who you are. So, and go ahead and type it up and put it in the screen so it can come up as you're talking. Go ahead, woman of God. Your 7 mountains. Sharon, Dr. Sharon, go ahead. Overseer Sharon.
All right, seven mountains for me, definitely education, definitely making the moves there, setting the tones there, family, religion, business, and certainly government.
All right, we'll go ahead and put your information in the chat there, Overseer Sharon, so they can see how they can get in contact with you. Go ahead, Keisha, tell us how and what seven mountains influence are you operating in?
I'm operating in family and relationships. I believe family and relationships is so important. I believe that relationships, as you go forth, and I've created a single page, single lane page where I've impact the lives of singles, empowering them. So I truly believe that relationships and family, is what, needs to be trending on today.
All right, all right. Can you leave your information in the chat so that I can show it up and they will be able to go back to it later to see that. Come on, woman of God, let's go. The seven mountains of influence. What mountains are you influencing in?
I influence family and through, of course, my counseling business and as well as my church ministry. My husband and I are very active in the premarital ministry coaching program at our church, and also, of course, that would include religion and arts and entertainment because I'm a published author and I also write poetry and do spoken word.
All right, all right. Go ahead, Lanita. Tell us what you are trending and how can they get in contact with you. Make sure you ladies leave your website, your Facebook page, so they could get in contact with you for the areas that you are trending in and those mountains of influence you have. Go ahead, Sister Lanita.
Okay. I am trending in religion. I am an ordained minister, an ordained prophet. I am also trending in social media because I have an outreach ministry. I have TikTok, all those things, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm also doing Reels, as well as I am a influencer in business because I am a insurance producer as well as a author.
Okay, and where can they find you? Is it on your name? Is that what they would find you on those locations?
Okay, so they could find me. I have a website and it's lanitaakles.com. Well, www.lanitaakles.com, and you will find the link to my my book. I have another book. I haven't got that book yet. It should be here any day. But the ebook, that link is on there. And just as soon as my other book comes, I will actually put that on there. Also, like on probably TikTok and IG, it's just going to be Lanita Akles all together. And then my email address is lanitaakles@gmail.com. And I'll put that information in the chat.
All right, all right. Sharon, oh, come on. Tell us where we can get in contact with you and what are your seven mountains of influence?
My seven mountains of influence there too, mainly education, and that is to impact a child's life. So that's through technology. And secondly, would be in religion. For leadership, for my servant leaders, I'm here to assist them. I can be reached on my website, which is Sharon Uslin Simon. That's my full name, SHARON, Uslin, OSLYN, and Simon, SIMON.com.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, woman of God. You're next.
My areas of influence: religion, family, education, business, arts, and entertainment. You can find me at www.delsafrankson.com. Also on all social media platforms as Coach Delsa Frankson.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. Karen, let's go. Where can we find you?
All right, I'm Karen, a God thing. I'm sorry. I'm Karen, a God thing. Come be, and I am a God thing on everything because my entire life is a God thing. If he wasn't in it, I wouldn't be here. It's a God thing. Karen, a God thing. Come be on everything. IG, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. IG, whatever. Karen, a God thing.
All right, all right. And want to show, okay, we have that Facebook Sharon Davis Overseer information there. Now we want to just thank everybody for joining us tonight. We want to thank you for coming on with us on the Everyday Life with Tori Munson podcast tonight. We thank you for gracing the platform, women. We thank you for your time. We thank you for everything, all the information that you have given the viewers on tonight has been powerful, powerful, and powerful. So we want to leave on a high note. So we're going to ask each one of these ladies to give a word of encouragement, a couple of words. We're not going to have a long saying, but just something that's powerful that will stick with them as we close out tonight on this podcast. Let's start with you, Overseer.
When you wake up and you hit the floor, it's time to soar. Mediocre cannot be in your vocabulary. You were born to soar.
All right.
Always remember that you are nothing without God, but you're everything with Him. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Go ahead and pursue your dreams.
All right.
Never ever settle for less than what you deserve. And remember, it's okay to be a leader and not just a follower. It's okay to do things differently. And it's okay if you have to reach back every now and then and adjust your sister's crown so that we all can win.
Yes, I love that. Go ahead, woman of God.
Walk in your passion, walk in your vision, and you will soar.
Yes, yes.
Be confident in who you are.
Yes.
You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Trust God and trust yourself. Work from your strengths and develop your weaknesses. And it's okay to help others. Once you help others, God will elevate you.
Ooh, I like that. Helping others, you'll be elevated. All right, Karen, let's go.
I just listened to the ladies and they said, soar, remember, never settle, but walk with confidence, trust in what God has given you. Only thing I'm going to add to that is just endure, because weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. So look yourself in the mirror and say, good morning, sweetheart. Every day is morning, honey, that you wake up. It's morning.
All right, well, that is it for tonight. That is it for tonight. We thank you all for gracing us tonight, gracing our platform. These are the top trendsetters that grace KISH Magazine, Global Magazine, for the month of June. Remember, I always say, if you are not being transparent, then you are not living. Thank you. Over and out, guys. Love you. Stay tuned.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.